My life outside of this is the kids and like what they like doing. My son plays football. My daughter just at the moment wants to go on bike rides everywhere. Yeah, history. Like when I'm offline and I'm not being a mum, I'll be Googling stuff.
Yeah.
Researching stuff like the Tudors.
I do that.
Luke!
What is a challenge you face on Drama Top?
Do you know when what pisses me off more than anything is when you've got people saying something that you know is not true.
Yeah.
Specifically the comments, like they'll be saying stuff and you know it's not true, but they're adamant that it is.
Yeah.
That really pisses me off. And then you have to prove yourself, and then you're thinking, why am I proving myself to people that don't matter?
Yeah, exactly.
But people, do you know, like all these, I think it's like, when you've got like the cult or Red's people or Zach's people, you're always going to have like these communities with these bigger creators. And I love how people will stand by their creators, whether they're right or wrong. But it's really annoying sometimes because you're shaking them like, can you not see?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that's another question, like, who do you think causes the most trouble, creators or comments?
Comments, I think. Well, the comments are mixy and there's lots more of them, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
But you'll get people like, sometimes someone will come over and be like, Pearl's talking about you. Do you know what I mean? And she's not, but people just want it to be something.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that a lot. If you could use your platform for one cause, what would it be?
To speak out on day-to-day issues, things like violence against women, things like Palestine, things like what's going on at the moment in England with migrants and things. Like I like to hear other people's viewpoints, and yeah.
I mean, I think something like that would be handy on this app. So where's my other list of questions? Sorry, I've got my notebook here. Right, so some quick fire questions. Right. Where are we? If TikTok had a king and queen, who would it be?
Ben Toy and Delusive Angie. I love him.
Right, next one. What do you think of Canadian Angie's exposures?
Canadian Angie makes stuff up sometimes. Sometimes she's factual, but sometimes she makes stuff up and she's adamant that that's the truth, and I admire that in Canadian Angie. That she's adamant that is what happened and that is the truth.
Yeah. If TikTok had a Hall of Fame, who do you think would be in it?
CLA, Mr. TikTok, Dave Durand. Dave's been around a long time, Who else is there? Angie, obviously. I just think all the people, all the big characters, the people who are controversial. Yeah, Miss Red, definitely. Yeah. Miss Red made the FYP. Elphaba would be. Is Hall of Fame good or bad?
I think it's good.
It's infamous, isn't it? Yeah, EQ would be Wolf. Bentoy.
Yeah.
Kipsy and Cheyenne.
Nighttime.
Not at nighttime.
So, have you ever been part of a storyline?
Or like a pre-planned one?
Yeah.
No.
Has anyone asked you to be?
No.
No.
This is what I say to people when they say, "Oh, is this a storyline?" I've never had or heard anyone come with a storyline. Like obviously things are discussed by everyone, like from all parts, but I've never heard of like storylines and things.
Yeah. If you was to be a part of a storyline, what would it be?
God, I don't know. Something outrageous. I don't know. Getting Ziana out of the cult. Save her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Oh, that was it. So, how many people do you mod for?
I think it's about 95. I don't even go in their lives. I go in hardly any lives now and stay in there.
You just go for the mod bit. Right, so I'm going to name some creators and I want you to give a good point about them and a bad point about them.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, so Fat Freak.
Fact Freak is, obviously I have nothing but respect for him for what he does, and, you know, he will always look into people properly before he speaks about them. A bad point is he's a very... I don't know if it's a bad point, but he's always very, well, mostly very Switzerland. And sometimes I think he should just say what he really thinks.
Yeah. You get that one. Next one, Luke the Judge.
Oh my God, I love Luke so much. Do you know what it is with Luke? He just, like, he gets so much shit on here and he's not a bad person. I just love Luke so much. Like, I feel like I have to protect him forever.
Yeah.
Bad point. And he's really funny. When he's not meaning to be, he's really funny. But Luke is sometimes really bad with clapbacks. Yeah. And the shouting. But then it wouldn't be Luke, would it, without the shouting?
Yeah, that's true. And to be honest, I think he plays like the best music here. When I'm getting ready for work, he has the best music.
No, I love Luke's music.
Yeah. So, do you prefer Buzzball Luke or normal Luke?
Normal Luke.
Absolutely. Miss Red.
Miss Red, I think there was a massive misconception of her that she was this horrible mean girl that was just plotting against everyone all the time. But she's actually a really sweet lady. She's really lovely. Yeah. And I think more people are seeing that now and seeing her for who she is rather than this preconceived TikTok idea of her. I don't know about bad point, because she, like, it would have been to stand up for herself more, but she tends to do that now.
Yeah.
But I just think not letting people get to her every time. Do you know what I mean?
Because of her, I can't have Chinese without getting laid.
As long as you get the flowers.
The next one, Alex.
I've been friends with Alex for a long time. Alex spent a lot of time not being himself, and I think a lot of us did the same, where we were just people pleasing a lot of the time and talking on things that actually we didn't really give a shit about. And Alex is being more himself now, and I do think Alex is funny. I think a lot of my friends would disagree after yesterday. A bad point about Alex is, like, sometimes I'm going to say a slur. It's like, you know, find something in Alex.
So, the next one, Corey.
I love Corey as well. Do you know Corey? And everyone says it off the app, he's a complete sweetheart. Like, he's completely different. He's actually a really nice person. He'll say to me, "Oh, don't say that about me," but he is a really nice person. If I went to him and said, "Corey, I need help with this," whether it was TikTok related or not, he would help. And he always like shares things to me where he's like, "Look, this person's saying this about immigrants and blah blah blah. Let's get them." Bad point about Corey, probably that he is very reactive to things, and I think he'll go at whoever, wherever, without thinking and not giving a shit about what will come after that, or like the response after that, especially when people are like, I've had a thing with Corey and he was very reactive and I was very reactive back, and then it turned into a bit of a, you know, back and forth and an argument when it didn't really need to.
Next one, Scouse Slayer.
I don't mind Scouse Slayer. I think she gets a lot of slack on this app. But I think she just wants acceptance. She just wants... I just think sometimes let's just be nice. And I know she said things that people took a certain way, but everyone on here has said things that they probably shouldn't have said. And a bad point is she should just not give a shit what people say or think. Like, once you've said sorry and you've had that week of apologising and taking the shit, after that, just say to people, nah, that's it now. If you don't like me, piss off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Corey outed me as evil avocado. I was never evil avocado.
What about evil queen?
Do you know what pisses me off is when she's being how she is now, she's really funny.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off that I laugh at her, because she's someone on here that, like, has probably done the worst to me. I think she's very intelligent and I think she reads people very well. And then obviously the bad points are just, like, stop being such an asshole.
Yeah.
You know, and stop the things that, saying things like the N-word or whatever it may be racially charged towards people like Laura, like, why?
Yeah. So the next one is the new one that I'm going to say his name right because he'll go mad. That Toxic and Dan.
Toxic and Dan?
Yeah.
I think Dan's all right, but I think, like, I got on, he was just, he just appeared from nowhere. He was in my DMs and we were just talking and he was cool. I think sometimes he goes too far with how he speaks to people, because if, I'm going to use Zach as an example, if Zach was talking to women the way he was, this side of the app, we would be like, oh my God, I can't believe you're speaking to people like that. Do you know what I mean? So I think sometimes he needs to rein it in and think about the reactions of what other people would say. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes he'll come out with these little one-liners and it's just ridiculous, like the stuff he comes out with, but it's funny. But funny's funny, but it's like we all kick off about body shaming and this, that and the other, but you can't be kicking off at other people, not Dan specifically, but like the people who support him and watch him, but then say that it's okay for him. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Selective.
Yeah.
I get that one. Pearl.
I've gone to war with Pearl before, but I've had conversations with Pearl on the phone and I get on with Pearl. I know I'll have a lot of people saying to me, oh, she's a convicted racist. Pearl's heart is in the right place. I think sometimes she loves a troll, Pearl, and I think sometimes it goes too far. I don't like all the stuff with Paigey and that, because obviously Paigey is my real life friend. I don't like all of that shit, but I'm all right with Pearl. I like Pearl.
Yeah. And that's the next one, Paigey.
Love Paigey.
Yeah.
So the thing is with Paigey, people get the wrong idea of her on this app, because sometimes she'll lose her shit and she'll speak and then people will be like, oh my God, she's so rude, but she's very quick with comebacks and things.
Yeah.
And like I wish people could see Paigey for who she is, because she's like one of the funniest, smartest, loveliest people I've ever come across, like, ever. And even though she's with her ADHD and that, she's annoying and she'll be like, oh, nobody's letting me talk, but she's talking the most. She's so like, people are not seeing her for her on this app.
Yeah.
They're just, everyone's attacking, and yeah, we love Paige in this room.
Yeah, because I mean, when I've seen her, well, when I say kick off, I used to think, oh gosh, she's rude, but then I looked at it a different way. She's quite passionate about what she's wanting to get out.
Yeah, and you know, if people just sat and watched her in her live, like, she's just a girl, you know, she's out for a laugh, and she's really funny and she's a nice person. I don't like how people see her on this app, that she's aggressive. Like, I hate when people call her aggressive, because she's not.
Yeah. It's passionate. What about delusive?
I have Stockholm syndrome to delusive Angie. Do you know what it is? I love to go in Angie's live and troll the people in the boxes and troll the people in the comments, and I love pissing people off in there. Like, a lot of them proper hate me, and if I'm bored or if I see them having a conversation about something I'm clued up on, I'll always go in there. I think Angie is very much a character, and I think sometimes you'll see the side of her where she's very quiet and passive, and she'll listen and she'll take it in and she'll ask questions, but then she'll have a drink or something will trigger her and she'll just go against the grain for the sake of, like, she knows how to bring in views, she knows how to get put on the FYP. And yeah, Angie's just, I'm in the cult.
Oh, no. Do you think that the people that are surrounding Angie are a positive influence or negative?
Some of them. Do you know people like Lynn's? Like, do you know Lynn's has a lot of good points when it comes to stuff like immigration or Palestine. Like, she's got very much the same views as me, but then I'll see her get in a box and everything's fine, everything's calm, and she'll be like, oh, Angie, I just saw Pearl saying this, this and this about you, to start something up.
Yeah.
I think Smiles needs to leave the app forever. I think she should have all her devices taken away from her and she should never be allowed on social media again. I think there's good and bad around her. I think people baby her and people try to protect her when she's a big woman and she should do it herself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It gives me secondhand embarrassment to watch. Whose birthday is it?
Oh, it's Smiles' birthday today.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Scammer.
Exactly. Next one, Dave Durand.
I like Dave. I've always got on with Dave. I've known him for quite a while on here. Dave is another one. He knows how to be controversial for views and whatnot. But Dave's another one. If I message and said, Dave, can you help with this, whatever it may be, he would probably more than likely help, you know. But he also says things that are very borderline. Yeah. Sometimes. And obviously people are different. Like, some people are sensitive, some people aren't.
Yeah. Sophie Bailey.
I think Sophie is very damaged. And I'm not a psychiatrist or a doctor, but I think she's been through some shit. And like, obviously I used to have a friendship with her, and I think she's been through some shit, and I think she's a strong woman. I think she's just on the attack. Yeah. I don't like her, but I don't sit here thinking, oh my God, I hate Sophie Bailey. Do you know what I mean? It's just neither here nor there. Like, when something's happening at the time, it's all very intense. And then when you come away from it, I don't give a shit. Yeah. I think she's like finding her own style of things now. I think it was like a mimic of EQ at one point, but I think she's just finding her own style, and she's very, what's the opposite of snowflake? What's the opposite of snowflake, everyone? You know, you get like, do you know people like our Courtney and Sophie, they're opposite scales of things. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's controversy. Like, people want to be controversial because they know that's what brings views and whatnot on this app.
From TV, I love these comments. So the next one is Sussy, because he keeps on saying his name.
I love Sussy. I get so much shit for being friends with Sussy. He does the weirdest lives. He does fart lives where people get in the boxes and fart. It makes me feel sick. He is a womanizer, aren't you, Sussy? Because you got outed for it. But he's not a bad person. Sussy's not a bad person. I think he's another one. It's controversy. And that's the people on here who, you know, Sussy has a palace.
Right, the next one. Right, I can't. Is his name like the chocolate bar is in Dame? Dame? Yeah.
Dame's like my best mate. I've known him we used to heavily troll together. Dame's a good soul, and I just love him, and I don't have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah.
I love Dame.
And the last one is Devon.
Bun Devon, no, I'm joking. Devon is... I like the way that Devon listens to what women are saying. I love Telegram, Charles. I like the way that Devon listens to what women are saying and takes it in and speaks up for women sometimes. And I like the way he defends, like, if there's something with one of us or Paige or whoever it may be, he'll always speak out for us.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So next one is Just Nana.
I think Just Nana should be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
I think she's so sweet and she's just a nice person. And I've heavily beefed her when she was in the cult. But obviously we've said our apologies to each other, but she needs... I just think, like, sometimes I just think she's too sweet for this app, and now she's found her voice and she's speaking out for herself.
Yeah.
That for her.
So if you had any advice for her, especially after she's got 2 people going after, what would it be?
With Delusive Angie, I just wouldn't even respond to it. I wouldn't, where she said, oh, you're a stalker, because she said all that about me. I wouldn't even get into boxes to say, you've done this, this and this to me, because I feel like we all know what's happened, what's been said, we all saw it. Her people will see it from their point of view, but you're just going to be going over and over. I think because I think Nana does FYP, doesn't she? And Cam too. So if you're doing FYP, just do your normal FYP and have your opinion, but don't bite to everything that Angela says to you. And Canadian Angie, I've not seen her speak. I've not seen her speak about Just Nana, so I don't know what's been going on.
She dragged it quite badly.
Yeah, I think I saved some of the videos, but I haven't seen it yet. But I think people need to stop invalidating trauma, because people are like, oh, trauma dumping, blah, blah, blah. People are allowed to speak about their experiences in life. So sometimes it helps other people. And just because someone's speaking on something, it doesn't mean you can sit and be like, oh, you're lying about what you've been through. Oh, I don't believe you. Because it doesn't matter what these people think. Like I said, it's controversy. It's anything to... Thank you, Mama G. It's anything to rile people up or get a reaction. Nana, you know, like, what you've been through, and you know that your perpetrator got put into prison. And I think you're probably, like I said to you the other day, probably an inspiration for a lot of people in your room, and make people feel stronger and able to speak about their own situations. Like, there's no shame in talking about what you've been through, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So the last thing before we end it, if you could give everyone in here a piece of advice today, what would it be?
None of you getting No Faces DMs, because I will find you. Don't feign outrage about things that don't actually bother you. You can sympathise with people if they feel a certain way about some things, but don't pretend to give a shit about things, because then you're on this kind of pedestal kind of thing where people are always going to come to you and be like, what do you think about this? And then you've got to keep up that same pretend. Oh my God, Candy, stop! Thanks, Candy. Yeah, just be yourself and speak about things you want to speak about, or play videos you want to play, or, you know, you want to go live and do battles, go live and do battles. And touch grass, please.
Yeah, definitely. Right, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Clout Alert.
Told you not to be nervous, didn't I?
I know. I just feel like I've waffled for half an hour.
No, it's been fun. And thank you everyone in the chat for coming. And if anyone's interested, I'm interviewing Just Nana at 8 p.m. tonight.
Okay.
All right. So thanks very much.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, we love her.